Okay, so I've been talking a lot whenever I walk my cats about, you know, here's some tips on things you want to do if you want to teach your cat to walk on a leash. But they're kind of sporadic and you kind of never know when they're coming. So, oh, sorry, I was outside, that's why my breath is a little, I'm outside with one of my cats right now. But, so I wanted to make a little series here on how to train your cat to walk on a leash. Because my gray cat, if you watch my vlog of Wings and some of my other videos, you've seen that he loves being outside. So I thought that we would start with this cat right here, this brown cat, because other than being a farm cat and then just being brought home, she's never been outside. So we're going to train her to go outside. Now the first thing you want to do when deciding that you're going to train your cat to walk on a leash is first, get some patience, because this is not going to happen the first time you take your cat outside, and it's going to be a wonderful experience. Even with my gray cat, it was not that way. So you want to get a harness for your cat. It's really important to get a comfortable, nice harness for your pet. So these are the two main kind of harnesses that you can get. This is just like a really basic little dealio here that hooks around your cat. You can't hook onto just their collar because first of all, it's really easy for them to get away, and second of all, every time you pull on them, you're choking them, and that's kind of bad. So this is the other kind of harness you can get. This is my preferred harness because unlike this one that's just this hard stuff here, this one has some cushion to it, some breathable fabric, and it's got this nice little thing right here, as opposed to this one just being a strap. It has this nice right here, so that when your cat pulls on the leash, you're not going to hurt your cat. It's going to be pretty comfortable. But the reason I have this one is because if you're going to walk a cat, or a kitten, this is going to be the only size that's going to fit a kitten. So it would help if you start walking your cat when it's a kitten, because pretty much anything you want to teach your cat, you want to teach it when it's a kitten. But if you're training a cat, works the same, and you want to get this kind of harness for a cat, you're starting with a kitten, get this until it's big enough for one of these ones. So that's first step. Obviously, get a leash, a nice proper leash with a nice hook on it and a good handle. This is actually not a cat leash, this is a dog leash, which is not a preferred leash, but this is what I have right now. Cat leashes are actually different than these. This fabric is not stretchable. If you get an actual set, which these come as a set, these kind, this kind will not, this will just come like this. But if you buy one of these harnesses, they come with their own leash, and they're stretchy so that it's easier on your cat, not just a hard jolt if they pull on the leash. So that's what you are preferred to do, is get one of those stretchy kind of leashes. I don't know what happened to mine, so I had to settle with this one. But I pretty much only walk the gray cat, so it hasn't really been much of an issue. So we're going to take this harness and we're going to show you how to put it on the cat. So first thing you want to do, keep in mind that, whoops, she's not too excited about this. The first time that you ever put a harness on a cat thinking you're going to walk it, you might not even make it outside. It all depends. So we're just going to grab our cat. Okay, you can't see my face, but you can see the cat. I'm going to hold on the cat, petting it, because this can be kind of a scary experience first for the cat. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. The way that, oh, kitten, you gotta get out of the way. The way that this harness goes on is you want this to be on the belly. Nope, kittens, cats, everybody gotta get out of the way of the camera, guys. Where do you have treats? Here's your toy. Go play with that. Okay. And then you want to grab all of it, and you want to place it over her head. She handled that well, you give her a nice pet. And then you take the one foot, and you pull it through this little loop. That's all set. She did that good. Give her a nice little pet. Oops, this one's not unhooked. Generally, it'll be unhooked. And you have this underneath her. Whoops. Make sure. Oops. Hey, baby. You don't want to put your paw through that spot. Oops, oops. It's okay. Okay. Give her some nice pets. And then this part goes behind the leg. And then you clip it. And then you just let the cat figure that out. Make sure that it's on her. Oops. You want to make sure this back part is not too loose, like this is too loose. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to tighten it a little bit, You don't want it too tight on your cat. You want to be able to easily fit your fingers underneath it, but not, you know, let your cat free. So, I'm sorry, kitty. So like this, I can easily fit underneath it, but she's not gonna slip out very. Then you let her walk around with the leash, make sure she's comfortable. You don't want your cat, when she's wagging her tail, she's interested, I think. But if your cat's flopping around laying on the floor and not really into the whole idea of having something on it, then you're not going to start by going outside. You're going to want to leave the leash or the harness on your cat for a little while and make sure your cat is used to it. Okay, cats, it's great while I'm filming this. So she seems pretty comfortable. I'm going to let her walk around for a little while and be used to being in the harness. You want to leave the harness on your cat for a few hours. If your cat's a floppy fish cat, definitely leave it on for a couple hours, take it off, different day, put it on, and let the cat get used to it until it's walking around like a decent, normal cat. So I'm gonna let her relax a little bit. Alright, she's been in the harness for a little while, and for being in the harness and being good, you want to give them a treat. You should give them a treat every time you put the harness on them until they're used to having the harness on them, so then they can associate that harness means treat. Oh, kitty. So then we're going to take the leash. You want to sniff that? We're going to hook it on. Just let her be used to that happening. There's no more treats up there, dude. I'm gonna take you out of the window here, babe. Whoa, don't grab the window, let go of the window. Set her on the ground. You got the leash underneath you. So this doesn't seem to be bothering her. Whoops, sorry. This doesn't seem to be bothering her very much. She's got an intrigued tail going. She's not the happiest camper in the world about the leash, but the harness doesn't seem to bother her. What are you doing? Good cat. But again, if your cat is not walking around like normal and acting like nothing's different, then you're not going to want to take your cat outside yet. That's going to be too much for your cat. Yeah, she's not so sure about that leash idea. You give them a treat every time you put the harness on them. Give them a treat every time you take the harness off. Give them pets. So that they know harness means loves and treats. And taking the harness off means loves and treats. But now, I think she's actually ready to try outside. Oh, what a good kitty. Alright, let's see if we can bring her outside and video at the same time. So the first time you bring the cat outside, you're going to want to pick them up. You don't want to let them walk outside on their own. Nice view of, you know, nothing important. Outside. And then set the cat down. Give them pets. I think she really likes it out here. Oh, somebody really likes it out here. And being pet. So then you just let the cat do whatever it wants. When you first start taking a cat outside on a leash, you don't want to be pulling on your cat too much. The way you start is you let the cat walk you. And let it explore, go where it wants to go, do what it wants to do. Without pulling on it. Just let it explore. I mean, obviously, unless it's going somewhere bad. But pretty much just let the cat tell you where it wants to explore. Liking it out there? And if there are things that frighten your cat, Whoops, crunching leaves are one of those things. Or moving cars come by and they frighten your cat. You want to, whoops, come here. Come here. Cat, I can't. Goodness. Exactly what I'm saying. If your cat is scared, you want to pet them and reassure them that they're safe. She does not like crunching leaves. You're tangled in this tail fade. So you give them pets. Get this leash untangled. Give them pets. So they know that they're okay. Yeah, you're okay, aren't you? We'll take you out of the really leafy area because you don't like the leaves. And we'll just set you here. So whenever something startles your cat, you won't have a camera in your hand that prevents you from being able to be efficient. But you're going to pet your cat and reassure them. She's got her tail tucked up now. She's a little scared. You give them pets. And then they find a bird that they're interested in. My other cat's still on the leash out there. I'm sorry you can't go further. I don't want you that close to the road. He likes to go as far as his leash will let him go. No matter how long the leash is, he wants to push it as far as it'll go. And then just sit there and be mad. I picked her up and moved her to a new spot. Some green stuff. Just gonna let her relax and see what's going on. No. Ha, look, now you can't try to fight nobody. We're just gonna give them pets. And you just keep the cat outside for a little while. Until you or the cat are done. Whichever comes first. She's ready to go back inside. So we're gonna open this door and hope nobody runs out. Gonna grab our cat. And bring him back in the house. Now I like to leave, whoops, the harness on them because we're gonna give them a treat for being good before we take off the harness. Everybody thinks they're getting a treat. Here guys, go get it. I had to give everybody a treat just so I'll leave this one on. So give her a treat. Hey babe, this treat's for you. You give her a pet. Get out of here, cat. Now we're going to take off the leash. Right for the cat so they play with it and leave it alone right now. I'll just stick to it. Let's your nose out of it. Give them pets so they know they're okay. And then you take off that part, get the cat back in the actual view, and give them another treat. Give them pets. They did good. They did good. Oh yeah, someone's happy. Yeah. You liked that, huh? And that's going to conclude my first how to train your cat to walk outside. Oh, baby. So give this video a thumbs up if you like this. Leave some comments below on some questions you have involving walking a cat. I have to take this bag away from them because they're gonna just try to eat some. And share this with somebody that you know that has a cat and they want to teach it how to walk. Or somebody who has a cat and hasn't thought about the fact that you can teach your cat to walk. So yeah, see you next time.